What do I know?
I like those directors that always suck, but they have like that one good movie, so they get out of jail director card that I'll give to them no
Yeah.
matter what because they made that like one good movie.
What's
You
airing
made
last
Yeah,
week?
this.
I haven't seen a good one yet.
Oof, oof,
Listen, I'm a
oof.
big movie guy now. I don't know if you know this, but last week I watched not only Casablanca for the first time, but I also then went to the cinema because I'm a big movie theater supporter and watched
right.
the
Connoisseur.
the movie Sabrina with Audrey Hepburn and the guy from Casablanca, Humphrey Bogart.
You like I'm consider myself a pretty big movie head, and you couldn't get me to watch those movies. I just even though they're classic cinema, I just couldn't. You
No,
couldn't
they,
get me to sit
they
down and watch
they're
them.
good. I don't think I would ever like choose to reach for them myself, but Jen wanted to.
Yeah,
Jen had never seen Casablanca, and she's like, well, "Let's watch this." I'm like, "Sure, I'll watch it." It was a good time. I mean, it's what's crazy is like not
isn't it
knowing.
long?
I think it's like two. I think they're both like 2 hours. Um, what's crazy about Casablanca? I actually meant to like read more about the history of that movie. They, it's like kind of anti World War II, anti-Nazi. The movie fucking was made and came out during World War II, which I think is kind of nuts.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't know that until after. I think you might have said it to me, Mike. I don't know. We were talking about it, I think. I don't know.
We were talking about it at some point. I knew because you were saying like, "Hey, do you know what the movie's about?" I'm like, I don't remember. I know it was like the backdrop was World War II, but I
Yeah,
didn't remember much more than that.
it was good. And Sabrina, I've seen bits and pieces of that one before. It was good, but it was good. I, I keep preaching the Cinema Salem good word, Mike, but I think you need to just pop open that schedule every month and just see like what they're doing outside of just like new movies coming out. Because we went and saw Sabrina on a I forget what they call it. It might just be like called like Classic Wednesdays or something. I don't know. But on Wednesdays they have like a classic movie or whatever the month theme is, and it's $5 to go watch whatever.
These movies, these classic movies, must be doing well because AMC Liberty Tree Mall does it all the time now. Like they'll have like random classic movies in there, and like tons, like just ton random theaters.
Yeah, I mean it's a good way for these theaters to, I don't know, I think generate additional income and like fill theaters and whatnot when you know
When they don't have a
I think
big blockbuster coming out.
yeah I think there's just a lot of
Wait, oh man,
A
damn,
lot of it's
potential.
probably like very easy to like. We don't have to market this.
Yeah.
right.
Like,
I just looked up Cinema Salem. Do you know what they're playing tonight? And I'm really mad. I can't go to this at 10. Deep
uh,
cover. That's
I
like
was
so
gonna say,
random.
I was gonna guess Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah, they do a lot of like I think next month they have a whole run of I think it actually might be the classic Wednesdays of next month are like I know King Kong is the first one of the month, first Wednesday. I think they're doing I think it's all like practical effect old movies. I think that's what it is. Is the first King Kong practical effects, I'm assuming.
I don't know what they would do otherwise.
I guess that's true. I don't know what I'm talking about. I think that's what the theme is next month for the Wednesday $5 movies. The other thing, I don't know, like I don't know all the other little details about it, but like when we went to go see Sabrina, it wasn't packed, but like everyone that was there to watch that movie, and it was the same thing last year. At some point, we went to like a special showing of Clueless for like the anniversary of Clueless, and it was like for that it was packed, and it was like everybody in the movie theater was
It's quoting it.
very into the movie, quoting it. Yeah, it was a really cool experience. The people at this movie were laughing at every I don't know, air quote joke in this movie. Like they were having a blast, and it was like making me have a better time because I was like, this is not that funny, but I'm happy that like other people were like that, into it and appreciating it. There's a lot of older people too, so I mean, it might be a movie they fucking watched when they were younger. I don't fucking know. I might have seen it when it came out.
He's
I
about
don't
to,
fucking know.
he's about to give him a number. It's like, you guys watched this thing when you were like what, 15 years old?
Yeah.
How old do you think I am, young man?
But before the movie started, there was like a couple of old ads that were ridiculous.
Oh, that's awesome that they
And
play like older stuff.
yeah, it was like one of them was for like a cigarette company, and it was
Of
like
course, it's always a
a
cigarette.
child doing the ad. It was wild. And then like the guy hosting it was like, oh, like a bunch of facts about the movie and like about the time period or whatever before they put the movie on. And someone in the audience was like, "Are you doing the serial tonight too?" He's like, "Yep, that'll be before the movie." And I'm like, "Serial? What the fuck is he talking about?" They played like some 20 fucking minute Captain America black and white thing that was fucking awful. I was
I'd be
I'm
pissed.
so mad. I mean, it wasn't. It was like
Cereals
interesting.
used to be big.
Yeah, it was cool.
There used to be
like
like
see
Superman
that.
cereals
Yeah.
and Batman cereals.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Like it was cool
Like
to
you would
see
go
it in a movie
Yeah.
theater.
You would go to the movies to like watch a comic essentially.
Yeah.
Like
Would
every
they-
week you'd have to like see the next piece.
Would they like just do it before movies, or would it be a separate thing you go
Yeah.
do? Okay, interesting. Yeah, so it's like a cool experience if that's like your bag. I feel like I'm sure for people listening, there are probably movie theaters near you maybe that might also do similar shit. So I don't know, check it out. A local cinema. It's like a independently owned cinema. So, it was cool. Anyways, welcome everyone to the Pass Control Podcast, a show where a couple of best friends talk about the latest in video games and nerd culture. Sometimes we have guests. Sometimes we talk about old movies too much. Either way, we have a new episode for you each and every week. As always, I'm your host, Brenden Groom, and joining me on this lovely Friday evening is the anime senpai himself, Mr. Michael Desir. Some call him Martini Mike. Mike, how are you doing tonight?
I'd
Love to hear it.
Let's chill.
Also joining us, of course, is the guy that's playing Overwatch again, Todd Gary. Todd, how are you doing?
Oh, I don't know. I'm here.
You know what? You know the payload papa himself, Mr. Todd Gary. There we go.
There you go. There you go.
And then rounding us out, of course, is the Disney daddy, Mr. Dominic 40 Dom. How are you doing tonight?
I don't know. I'm here.
He's here. All right. Well, we got a great show for you tonight. We're going to talk about a little bit about Dom's time with Demon Tides. Me and Todd in our beginning journey through Resident Evil 9 Requiem. I guess 9 is in Resident Evil Requiem. And today's Pokémon Presents for 2026, the 30th anniversary of Pokemon. But before we do that, a couple of quick housekeeping things. This episode of the Pass Control Podcast is sponsored by our good friends at Goodnight Fatty. If you're in the Salem, Massachusetts area or the North Shore, Massachusetts on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday evening, you want yourself something hot, something sweet, something tasty, something fresh out of the oven, you can get a frozen camera like me and head on down to 1 Washington Square and get a delicious fatty. And if you're unaware of what a fatty is, you can check them out on social media at Goodnight Fatty and educate yourself on these tasty treats. Also, housekeeping. The PTC Movie Club for February is Todd's pick, and it is Begonia. That is not tonight's episode if you're watching live. It is probably most likely next week's episode. But either way, it will be, one of the next episodes, so you can look out for that. I don't know. I forget the order because it's a new reroll for the year. Is it me or you next, Mike's? I don't remember.
I don't know.
I can pull up the list. I don't have it up in front of me right now. I mean, if it's me, I don't have a movie picked yet. I have some ideas.
Who has Christmas?
Well, we re-rolled.
I know, but didn't somebody get excited that they had Christmas?
Oh.
Yeah.
Me?
Well, I
No,
don't remember being excited about Christmas.
No, I got
I
Halloween.
think Todd
so
might have
whatever.
been excited that he had
Halloween, maybe.
Halloween.
Yeah.
2026. Michael is March. So I don't know if do you have a pick, Mike, that you want to drop out here now or not yet?
I don't.
Okay.
No.
We'll keep that in mind for next week that Mike will launch his pick. So the order is Dom, Todd, Michael, and me. So
That means Brenden has Christmas.
Yep. Oh,
I keep saying Christmas.
So
but
I
it's
may have jokingly said we're watching Hot Frosty again. Okay.
Yeah.
There it is.
Okay, that's
That's probably
That
what it
sounds
was. Other quick housekeeping things. I don't know. I think that's it. We keep it light and breezy. Keep it moving. Actually, it's not on the schedule yet, and it's not like official. Let me see if it got added today. I've been checking to see if it gets added to the schedule. It's not on the. Let me see if it's on the schedule. Okay, it hasn't been officially put on the schedule yet. It is happening. They haven't fully updated the PAX East schedule for panels yet. They are slowly adding to it in real time. So, not all of the panels in general that are going to be. Oh my God, this camera is killing me. I apologize if you're watching.
No, keep it like that. That's good.
Yeah, I apologize if you're watching the video live or later on YouTube. My camera keeps. I keep having camera issues, which is really annoying because I was telling them before we started, I recorded myself playing the first couple hours of Resident Evil 9 to make some video content, and I didn't have any camera issues. So I thought I had resolved the issue with the things that I had done before I did that, and apparently they're back again. So
You're the new Mike. Remember when Mike's flowers used to show up on his camera?
Oh yeah, how did you fix that? Oh.
I don't know. It just stopped. I'm just cool like that.
You are pretty cool.
It's literally the exact same thing. Whatever happened to Mike is happening to you.
It's similar. Mike's was like, just like, I don't know. Maybe it's the same thing. I don't know if
I don't. Yeah, now I don't remember.
Yours was
Did I have
going
to turn my camera off?
I don't know.
My camera didn't freeze. I think it. I think I literally had.
It would go to like your setting. Like I think if you turned your camera on,
Yeah.
I think that's what it would do.
Yeah.
But the problem is that whenever my camera's doing this, it is like, I have to reset it in Discord, so it messes up everything for a second when I do that on the stream. So I have no idea what the fuck's happening. Anyways, I will say that I'm going to be a guest on a panel. I'm not hosting a panel. I'm going to be a guest on a panel that is going to be Thursday evening. My fucking camera, man. I'm just going to leave it for now. I can't keep doing this. It's going to be Thursday evening at 6 p.m. So make sure that if you want to see me on a panel, you do that. We have some other friends of the show that have panels or are on panels as well. So as we get a little bit closer to PAX, I'll probably plug those each episode as well, just so that you can support all the homies if you're going to PAX East. That are,
When is PAX? Is PAX soon?
End of March. It's a month from this week.
Man,
it's a month from today.
I feel like I was just there last year.
Okay.
I don't know why you would think that, because you were there for maybe 45 minutes.
Regardless of the fact that I was there for a little bit of time, it's crazy that that's already been a year. That flew by.
Yep.
Even though last year felt like the longest year ever.
Actually, no.
It's about to be
To be
March.
fair, it's less than a year, because last year was like in May.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a hot one last year. It's going to be a fucking cold one probably this year. Hopefully not a snow one. I don't like snow PAXs. Remember the year it was in February? That was 2020, I think. That was
Dude, I remember. Didn't you
nightmare.
walk to PAX in a t-shirt one of the times too?
Yeah, because I don't like being. It's like
Yeah, I
sweating
get
down
it,
there, and I don't want to like check a coat. Like I gotta roll no jacket. That's what I gotta do. That's how I get down. Okay, cool. And that's it for housekeeping. So we can roll right into we're gonna talk about for episode 512 of the Pass Controller podcast. Mike, before we jump into our shit, have you been playing or watching anything this week, or is it the same old stuff?
Same old stuff. Actually, I'll ask a question specifically to Don. You watched the first 2 episodes of the new Scrubs season?
I have not yet. I meant to do it earlier today, and
I'm waiting for Amanda on Sunday.
Came out yesterday, right?
Yeah,
I think it was
2 days ago.
I think it was 2 days ago. I think it was like Wednesday.
2 days ago, yeah. I don't know. I've been like off and on sick all week, like trying to get back to 100%, and I meant to earlier today when I got home from work and forgot.
All right. I did catch that.
I did see that there was a interesting reaction to an appearance of some sort, I guess. Like I saw Bill Lawrence do an interview and they asked him like, will they return?
And did they say like next season if it does well? Is that what you're talking about?
I don't know. I don't know what that was in response to.
Yeah, neither do I.
Okay.
Did you see it? Is that in regards to like the comment they said afterwards too, where they're like, if next season does well, they'll come back?
Oh no, I don't know. Maybe
it could be. I mean, I can tell you if you want. It's not like a crazy thing.
Sure.
I mean, I'm curious.
Just Kelso, Dr. Kelso.
Oh, okay.
Because he's retired, and he said if the first season does well, he said he'd come back if they renew it for a second season.
Yeah, he wasn't in the first 2 episodes. He wasn't really referenced. It was a portrait of him, but he wasn't mentioned at all.
He was like barely in the last thing that they did.
Yeah.
What, med school?
Yeah,
he was there because
he was retired and showed up in like his t-shirt in his like Hawaiian shirt every once in a while.
Well, that's what he did.
Or was that the last season of Scrubs?
That was like the last season of Scrubs when he would show up and he'd be like, "Muffin me," and like they would give him a muffin.
Yeah.
But he also
like,
showed up
in the whole season.
He might have been the whole season. The med school one, he was definitely there because he was friends with James Franco's character, if I remember right. Not James, Dave.
Dave Franco. Yeah. I don't know. That's not canon anymore, apparently.
Yeah, they're
Really?
basically like they basically said like
They said
season
that was
8
just
was
like
the last season.
its own
Yeah.
stories.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, like nothing. I mean, I don't remember much from that show, but from that season, but nothing I've seen in the first 2 episodes of the show contradict what happened there.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Doctors
Yeah.
missing, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I mean,
None of the characters from that show are on Scrubs, right?
yeah, none of them are there.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. I don't work in a hospital. I don't know what kind of turnover you're supposed to like.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I suppose that they could just, yeah.
like,
I don't know
just-
why, yeah. I don't know why Turk would be there forever and all these other
Well,
characters would like move on. But
spoiler: Turk is now chief of surgery.
yeah,
Yo, no spoilers. Listen, this is like
was he
one of my
not
favorite shows.
at the end of Scrubs?
I think he was.
I don't remember now. All right, Scrubs rewatch. That's my new thing.
Yeah, we gotta do a Scrubs.
Oh, dude,
rewatch.
do it. It's so
Listen,
good. It
I'm
holds
down
up.
with
so
that.
much,
We'll
so.
start a pot. Oh, we could do a Scrubs rewatch podcast. I think that's a missing market.
Missing market. Yeah,
Wait,
I mean,
Is that a joke or no? It's because
It is
they
a
already
joke.
have a podcast. Okay, yeah. I don't know
Donald
these days.
and Zach have their own podcast.
Yeah, I used to listen to that podcast. It was actually really good. I forgot about it though.
I've been meaning to roll Scrubs in as my like actual rewatch thing right now. So maybe this is with the new season here. Maybe this is the. Sorry, I meant with this new podcast. Maybe this is the reason to do it. You know what I mean? Do it in real
with the
time.
new podcast.
Get a fresh take on the show. I feel like Todd, are you current with Shrinking? Neither one of you watches Shrinking, right?
No, I've only
I
watched the
started
first
it,
season.
and I need to keep going.
Yeah.
I like started
at season
the
one.
first season.
I'm like in like a weird spot with all these shows. Like I've watched season 1, season 2, and like there's like 7 shows I watched the Bear. There's so many shows I need to like catch up on that I'm like so far
I don't know how
behind.
you haven't got current with the Bear yet. I'm current with Shrinking. Shrinking is still like a really good show. I mean, I can see why people would maybe bounce off of it, but I like it. I like the characters a lot. Harrison Ford is fucking amazing in that show. I mean, so is Jason Segel. It's good cast overall. I'm a fan of the show, but this season has definitely gone some places that I don't know. I'm curious to see how this season wraps up. I think it's
Anything Bill Lawrence I like usually. There's very few things from Bill Lawrence that I don't like.
What else? I think
I did see them talk about like Harrison Ford does like a speech in front of like most of the cast, like the guys that he works with and the family and whatever. And apparently a lot of the inspiration from that was taken from an actual person's speech. I don't want to say whose because I don't know if that's a spoiler for the show.
No spoiler.
It might be.
So if you know the thing from the show and you bring that to people that Bill Lawrence have worked with.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Apparently, like he did that in front of the cast of one of the shows. Like, I can tell you after, or I can just text it to you, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Well.
Yep.
Great podcast that me and Don are just texting side. It is a spoiler sort of for the show.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And you guys are texting. I'm over here like trying to rally the dog every 2 seconds. It's literally biting every single thing in the house right now.
Listen, we're just.
It's a good show. It's like from what I've watched of Shrinking, it's a good show. Like I didn't want to spoil something that. And from what I heard, like everything that I've read, that's a very emotional scene. So
yeah,
like very powerful.
And that's the thing. I saw people like saying that the show is like kind of cheesy and corny, and like I can completely understand that if that's like what you pull from it. And I do think at some points, like maybe it is a little bit maybe on the nose or a little bit whatever. But I do think that they do handle some stuff pretty well. At least like I take things out of it, and I mean I feel like if people can take good things out of it, then it's it's doing something for at least some people. So, but I enjoy it. I mean it is a show about 3 psychiatrists and the people around them. So it's like it is dealing with mental health and other issues. So I don't know. It's an interesting show. I think it's usually does pretty well with the topics it's trying to cover. So I enjoy watching it. It's a good Wednesday watch. Quick episode. Now I don't have anything else to watch because this is probably ending soon, and The Traitors just wrapped last night. So I get
the end of that too.
What happened?
I heard the end of that too.
This season of The Traitors, I won't spoil anything.
I heard it was wild.
It was crazy. It was. I mean, this whole season was good. I can't really talk about it because I feel like it is spoilers to even just mention anything that I want to say right now. But it's a good like competitive show. I think it's like if you like competitive reality TV, I think it is the best one I watched. And honestly, it's making me think that I don't know. I kind of want.
You should just dabble in Survivor.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I wonder if I would like Survivor. I don't know.
I know you were opening that door. I saw you opening that door.
Yeah.
Wait, have you ever watched Survivor? Because I feel like
No.
I would like to.
Never.
I feel like
You
I'm
should just get
surprised
caught
you
up
guys
real
don't watch
quick.
that.
Just get caught up real quick.
What is it, like 30 seasons?
I think it's
Plus,
50.
It's 50.
Yeah, it's way
no
more.
way.
Yes.
They
I
must.
think
So
so.
they do
They
more
do
than
a
one
year.
year.
2 seasons a year.
Okay, I was gonna say
Yeah.
there's no way it's been on for 50 years.
Yeah. No, I think it's been 25 years. I think they do 2 seasons a year.
I don't know. Like because like they do a lot of physical stuff on the Traitors, but it is not about that. It is about like the mind game, which is what I enjoy, and that's why I like Big Brother.
Survivor's a lot about the mind games.
Is
Yeah.
it okay?
You should
I don't
watch-
really know
I've
much
watched
about
so
it.
many-
Like I don't.
I've watched so many of the things from Survivor when they like can like get bid for food and stuff like that. I've watched I went down a whole rabbit hole one time and I'm like, okay, I've already
maybe I'll
watched
just
a lot of this.
maybe I'll just like look up what are good seasons of Survivor.
Yeah.
Like cherry pick.
I was
one
going
and
to
see if
say,
it's
yeah.
good. See if I like
The
it.
one season that I remember, like, I think I want to say it's early on, but not the beginning. Maybe it's like season 4 or something. It's Johnny, I'm pretty sure, is like the big villain. He like pretended that his grandmother died so that he could he manipulated everybody into thinking that his grandmother died.
I mean, that's kind of my fucking jam. That's kind of what I want to watch.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Just go on to like they did like a season of like the biggest villains. Go on to their seasons because like
Those
you
are
know
the
that
good one, yeah.
they're doing crazy shit. Yeah.
Because that's kind of like some of the not. I mean, there were some real not great people on Big Brother throughout the history of that show, but like one of the best seasons is with a guy that went by Evil Dick, and he was a awful person, but it is crazy entertaining to watch. But he's not a good person, like at all. And I think he's in multiple seasons. I don't remember if it's his first season or if it's a second season, but at least one of his seasons too. Like, I don't know if there was multiple ones in the cast where they brought like people in from their life into the show that like they didn't know they were gonna be in there with like a family member or a friend or something, and they brought I think it's his daughter that doesn't speak to him onto the show, and it was like wild. They like made an alliance, like a secret alliance. It was crazy. It was, I don't know. Big Brother used to be good. It's not that good anymore, unfortunately. Also, fuck Paramount. So,
Wait, why fuck Paramount? I feel like I should know this.
I mean, that whole company, they're fucking bootlick, fucking Trump people.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah,
CBS, like they fucking pulled Colbert.
Yeah, oh
off.
yeah,
Like
CBS.
I'm good with Paramount, and now they're about to apparently fucking buy Warner
By
Brothers.
Warner Brothers.
So they're gonna end up owning. If that goes through, they're gonna end up owning. I think it's CNN, CBS,
CNN.
Paramount, Warner Brothers. And I think there's one or two other things too in that are like major media like things, like not like small. I don't know. It's bad. I mean, it's not great if Netflix buys Warner Brothers, but like in this specific scenario, I would rather Netflix purchase it than fucking
Netflix saying like, hey, listen, we're not going to try and master offer. It would have been nice to own Warner Brothers, but like we don't need to. Not at that price. Like you guys aren't worth that much to us.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I don't know. Anyways.
That's also a thing happening in the media landscape. And then Zaslav said like, hey, this deal might not even work out. And if it doesn't work out, they still have to pay us $7 billion, and then we're gravy, man. We get money.
Right.
Fucking nonsense. Anyways, fuck Trump. Fuck all that shit. Demon Tides, Dom. Have you've been playing that? I know
yes, I have been playing Demon Tides.
I
was off last week. I was going to talk about it a little last week. I didn't get to play it that much this week with the snow and being down and out.
Yeah, what was the total for you down there? Did it hit 3 feet?
32 inches, I think we ended up with.
Fucking insane.
Did you lose power? Because someone I talked to today still doesn't have power.
Yeah, Plymouth lost power and
it was Plymouth.
Didn't have power for a while.
Yeah.
I know the Outer Cape also lost power. I don't know if they got it back or not.
Yeah.
But
there were roads like a few blocks over that hadn't been plowed as of yesterday.
Jeez. That's insanity.
I drove by like 3 or 4 abandoned cars on Tuesday or Wednesday. I forget what day it was. Like just they were they just had to stop driving on whatever day it snowed, and then it snowed so much that they just plowed around them. So there were just like 4-foot banks over these cars in the middle of the road.
I couldn't even imagine being out down there when it was that bad and like being like, you know what, it's just better if I just leave my car and walk from wherever the fuck I am. Like I couldn't imagine being in that specific scenario. That sounds fucking awful.
Horrible.
But yes, I did play Demon Tides. I'm having a blast with it. I actually can't wait to finish. It is like a fast-paced 3D platformer. The movement reminds me a lot of like Super Mario Sunshine, but with like Sonic adventure like speeds.
Okay.
Like there's like you could do like almost like tricks and stuff, not like actual tricks, but like you can do like combos and stuff in your moves, like as you. It is a sequel, which I did not realize until I started the game up, and the characters like quickly like have a clever way of telling you that like you've already missed story, but here it is real quick.
Okay. Demon Turf, I think, is the first game.
Demon Turf, I believe, is the first one. Yeah. But yeah, they do like a quick like little clever job of like, this is what you've missed so far, and like here's where we're going for this game. The characters are all like, they're like a fun crew. It very much like almost like an anime style of animation.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, if you like 3D platformers, it's definitely a game you should check out. It's like a lot of fun to just like chain combos and like move your way around. Like there's obviously like hundreds of ways you could go about like going around the map.
Yeah. It looks great. When I watched like gameplay of it and watched trailers and other people playing it, it's the movement to me looks like people who are really good at moving around in like Mario Odyssey, where they're like throwing the hat. I know you're not throwing stuff,
Mario
but, like,
Odyssey
throwing
too.
the hat and like bouncing off the hat and like chaining crazy like long jumps and stuff.
Yeah, you have like different powers, so you can like turn into like a snake, or turn into a bat, or turn into like, so you could like in Odyssey where you could like throw it and then like pop out and jump on it and that kind of stuff. Like you
it's
gain
like
those
that.
kind of things.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, it looks really good. It does look very fast too. Like it looks like it's a fast paced.
It's fast paced. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely on my radar. I think that's something I'll try to get to at some point this year.
I was playing on my Ally and I was having some like weird like glitches, like bugs.
Mhm.
So I don't know if that was just an ally thing, but like just out there for people.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, no, I'm excited to hear if you're still high on it when you finish, because it does look great. It looks like a fantastic platformer. So definitely something I'm keeping my eye on. I'm assuming you haven't started Resident Evil yet. Todd and I have been playing Resident Evil.
I have not.
I will say off the bat, fuck Resident Evil Requiem, because it is so far not a bad game. It is definitely not a game that I actually should be playing, because it is
I'm shocked you're playing it, to be honest with you.
so fucking like, it's not just scary. Like, I'm on edge playing that game, especially so like the pulled back, like, overall way that the game flows is like you are playing a dual narrative or dual protagonist story, switching back and forth between Grace and Leon, and you're not like choosing when you play. Like, the game has a like flow, and like it is putting you in one section, and at some point it'll put you in a different section with different characters, and you're doing these things.
They're different stories that are happening simultaneously, correct?
Yes, yeah, but they're in the same area.
They're,
are the characters interacting?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are, I think that initially that they have different reasons for being where they're being, and then they end up
being on the same, yeah.
But it's also like, at least where I am, I don't know if I've hit the halfway point or not in the game. I think if not, I'm very close to it. I think that you are always still playing like separate. Like, I don't think they ever really do a lot together. Like, I think you are still like, you might be in similar areas or near each other, but you're not like doing the like similar things.
Gotcha. Okay.
And it's both very, at least so far, it's like both very kind of gameplay wise, stylistically different. Like, the Grace sections so far are way more tense. I think their intention is to be more survival horror with her sections. Like, you are, more limited.
Her sections are more like Resident Evil 7, Biohazard, like
that's but even worse, you're just like
overwhelmed.
Really? Like, dude, it's way worse. It's like
I can't even imagine playing this on the harder difficulty. Like, I cannot imagine playing it on the harder.
Oh yeah, dude, it's I don't want to like say too much, but like there's this part like it's a little bit, you've been in the house for a little bit, but like the first time you see like a zombie, or I forget something's coming after you, but then all of a sudden you go to a room and there's like 6 more. Then you go to another room. You're like literally running to any open door just to get away from everyone, and you have like 6 bullets and a gun. So it's like it's pretty wild. It was intense.
I've definitely gotten into a more comfortable scenario with like ammunition and like other things for Grace, but it's still like in the Grace sections of the game, I feel like using my gun is like the last resort. Like, I'm still
It's funny, I'm the opposite.
Oh, I'm like, can I get through this scenario right now, or get through this area, or get through this room without even interacting with any of these enemies? Like, I don't want to deal with them. And you have like other, like, you have, guns, you have knives you can get, you have things you can get that are like kind of stealth one-hit kills, at least on some enemies. But that's all like limited resource things you have to find and craft, and I haven't found a way to like get a bunch of those. So like, I keep those in my inventory, but like also reserve them like absolutely necessary. I need this to like progress. But yeah, this game is not. So before I started it, I asked a few, and I won't put any of them directly on blast. I asked a few friends of the show who were reviewing the game, so I know that they played it, and I know that they could give me, knowing like how I feel about scary stuff, am I gonna be good, or like, is this whole game gonna be like this for me? And the general sentiment from them was like, yeah, like, you're gonna maybe feel this way for like first couple hours, and then I think you get a little bit of a groove, and I feel like it's not as tense and whatever. And they're all fucking liars, because I'm still feeling those ways. And it's probably just how I am with the game, to be honest. Because I can definitely see you getting a little bit more comfortable with the flow of what's going on. But I fucking hate being chased in games. And you are being chased a lot in this game. Especially as Grace. And when you're Grace, you're moving slow. It's in first person. So you have like more limited kind of... Like if you're playing a game in third... Like Leon's sections are in third person. And I feel like you see more of what's going on around you at any given time, so it gives you a little bit more of like, okay, something maybe can't jump out and get me. On the gray section, it's in first person, which there also is an option for you to put it in third person, but I am choosing to play it the way the game suggests you play it, because I think it does say like, suggested play Grace in first person, but you can switch if you want. So I was like, no, I will shit my pants the way Capcom wants me to, and they are doing that to me.
I was told
it's
that
fucking rough, man.
playing Leon in first person is awesome.
Oh, I
haven't tried it.
I didn't know you could switch
Yeah,
Leon to first person.
I was reading someone's review said it's even better than third person playing, like just the gunplay and everything. But
yeah,
I'll probably maybe next playthrough I'll do that.
Leon stuff is cool too, because it's like it really is kind of a harsh contrast. Like the gray stuff, it feels just intentionally more slower, like tense paced. Where Leon stuff, like Todd and I were talking about earlier, when you start a Leon section, it's like he's got a massive inventory. You got fucking grenades, a shotgun. Like you have all this extra stuff.
I'm like, where's that fucker that was fucking with me? I'm coming for you right now.
It's just like a very different. Like there's still hordes of enemies coming at you and all this stuff, but Leon's like, I don't know, I'm gonna fucking roundhouse kick you across the screen, pick up your chainsaw and kill you with it. Where with Grace, I'm like breathing heavy and trying to find the way out. And
she's constantly like whimpering, and
when
you're playing as her,
and that's the other
she's
thing.
Constantly whimpering.
The sound design in the game makes it worse for me. Like I'm playing with fucking headphones on, and it's like Grace is like, you can like feel her like shivering from like being tense and scared in these moments, and I'm just like, oh, this is driving me fucking crazy. I can't do this.
Did you see what I sent you guys on playing as Grace, and it's this girl who's like frightened in the bathroom, and the thing is Leon, it's like that church scene in the what's the movie about the guys who like work for the tailors? They're like Secret Service people.
Kingsman.
Kingsman, yeah. The scene in the church is like playing as Leon, basically. But honestly, the graphics though on this game are like really good. Like especially that opening scene when you're walking down the street, I was like, whoa, this is like the first next gen game in a while that I've been like, wow, this is some.
Honestly, I was watching some gameplay today, and then I was watching a side by side of PC versus Switch 2, and like the Switch 2 version of this game looks fucking great. Like to the point where I'm like, if that goes on sale, I might buy it over.
I heard nothing but good
try
things.
It. Yeah, it looks. Looks great.
I heard the PS5 version and the Switch 2 version are roughly like the Switch 2 is like holding up with the PS5 version.
That's crazy.
And the Xbox Series S version is actually lagging behind the Switch 2 version.
Oh wow. That's kind of nuts.
Yeah.
But
which is just like, it's impressive that Nintendo's gotten that far.
Yeah, 100%. It's I don't know. I mean, I will definitely give my full take on this game once I hopefully finish it. I'm
super excited.
Like to finish it this weekend so I can never play it.
I'm going to finish it this weekend. Oh, because I want to like. The problem with this, there's only one issue I have with this game. I feel like for me, most of the Resident Evils have a ton of replay value. And I do think that my replay of this, I'm not as inclined to be like, I can't wait to go back and do Grace's part, because like that's more of like a slow burn kind of thing.
Yeah,
so it's gonna be like,
I do wonder, like on a second, third, whatever playthrough,
just run through everything.
I feel like you would know what to do in the Grace section, you could get through them a lot quicker. Like there's definitely a way to. The first time playing her sections is like it's very not slow in a negative way, but it's like you are playing it more cautiously because it's a different situation. Like you have more limited resources. I'm trying to make as little noise as possible because I don't want more things coming at me. And there are definitely like some enemies, again, with like her more limited loadout, which again, I don't know if that changes later in the game. It might change a little bit, but like Leon has, like the point that I am at in the game, Leon has, I think at least 3 like projectile weapons, and they're not like they're strong weapons that Grace does not have, and it's like very different to walk in and blast a large enemy with a shotgun in the face, and Grace has like a little handgun that you're, running out of ammo on.
I want to
the
get
Requiem
through
gun, but
it.
I haven't even shot it yet. Have you shot it?
I shot it like right away with Grace because I was like, I got one bullet. Like
no,
I
haven't. The only time I've shot the Requiem gun is when you play the first Leon section, and I think it makes you shoot it. Like it tells you,
you just
this
blast
is a
through
high
like
powerful
everyone.
gun. Like use
Yeah,
it,
it's just
if you need to do this. So I haven't used it otherwise, and I have the ability to craft more ammo for that gun.
Oh, you do? I don't think I have that yet. Yeah.
No, I'm playing so slow and like so fucking nervous that I'm so far, at least I'm like kind of like trying to find everything in every room with Grace, because I'm like, I want every opportunity to not be backed into a corner right now.
Well, they say like I've read a lot. Like this is like a lot of the great reviews are like it's like the greatest hits of Resident Evil. Like it does feel like the beginning of this game feels like Resident Evil 1, where you're in this mansion place and you're doing like the Resident Evil 1 thing. I don't know anything about the back half of this game. All I do know is that like I heard people like, oh, you're gonna freak out when you get to this part, and so like I just want to get to. I don't want anything spoiled. I've had one thing spoiled, and it's nothing huge, but I knew it was going to be a thing that was going. But I'm very curious to get to like I heard it's like the back half is like a nostalgic Leon trip through everything, and I'm like, oh, okay, give me this now.
I don't know anything about that.
Just gonna get through this Grace part.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not. I do not think it is a bad game by any means. I'm gonna reserve my full judgment for when I finish it, but yeah, it's definitely a game that I,
it's a game.
Am pushing myself through because
you have to play 7
normally...
now. Playing this,
no. You don't understand. I went to bed last night at like maybe 1:30 in the morning, and I was just laying in bed thinking about where I'm at in this game, thinking about like what I probably
you heard a
have
woman
to do
singing
next.
in the background or something. Or...
No, but like I'm thinking about what I probably have to do next in the game, like where I left off, and I'm just like I was dreading the idea of having to play the game.
I'm at that part right now. I'm at a part like that right now.
Yeah, it's weird because like I'm part of me is enjoying the experience, and part of me is like I am getting jump scared when a fucking bucket falls over and rolls like in the
it's
corner
great
of the room.
Sound design though. It's like amazing sound design on that.
Yeah, no,
honestly, like
the stage stuff, like the stuff that is scripted to try to scare you, it is getting me pretty much every fucking time.
Even something as simplistic as it was early in the game, it's not anything. But like when you're walking through a hallway and the curtains are blowing, and I'm like, I played Resident Evil 1, motherfucker, waiting for some dog to jump through this. Like
when I got to that section, I like stopped the door and I like took a deep breath and I was like, okay, something's gonna jump out of the window here. I won't say whether it did or not, but like I was on fucking edge about that. Even just knowing that, like, hey, this is probably what they're teeing up right now, and it's still gonna fucking get me off guard. Even
this
stuff...
is like the.
Oh, go ahead.
No, what you said. I was gonna say this is like the perfect Resident Evil experience for me. Like this is everything I wanted. Obviously I'm not. Haven't gotten further into it, but like for me, I loved Biohazard, and it has all the Biohazard vibes, just like way more enemies, which I like because that was a gripe for me in Biohazard. I felt like there wasn't enough enemies. It was kind of the family members and then the occasional like sludge monster things. But this is like it's checking off every box for me, and like I'm so invested in Leon in general that like I'm so excited to like see where this is gonna go, and even if it's disappointing to me, I don't think it'll affect how much I like the game. Like the story wise.
Yeah. So when Mike and I were at SGF last year, we did get to watch a presentation of this game, and some of the stuff they showed is in the towards the beginning of the game with Grace. I mean, they've shown it in some of the trailers and marketing, so it's not like a spoiler to talk about. But like, there is that big creature that there's a section early in the game that is wandering and trying to get you, and they showed us like a pretty decent portion of that part at SGF, and even knowing like some of the things that were going to happen in that section, I was still fucking caught off guard and still fucking like got jump scared at things that I had literally already seen before and like knew they were going to happen. It's I don't know, man. Mike, when are you going to play Resident Evil 9?
I'm just shocked you're playing it.
I
Like
played through the first 8 games first.
Okay. Yeah. How happy are you, Todd, that I'm suffering through this game right now?
Well, it's so funny because like I before this, the last week I was like playing Resident Evil 4 remake, Resident Evil 2 remake, Village. I was just like, I gotta play them all, and everything. And I'm actually about to beat the Resident Evil 2 remake, right? And then you were like, we got the code. I'm like, God damn it! I'm like, I'm right there. It's like,
Yeah, but you've beaten that
I
game
heard,
before,
like,
no?
I'd beaten it before, but I wanted to beat it on X. Like I didn't beat the remake. I beat the OG.
Yeah.
But apparently, like they say, like if you haven't played or beat Resident Evil 2, you need to like watch what happens in that in order to like get the full enjoyment out of this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's Resident Evil 9, not including like numbered games. And Leon is obviously a returning, longtime protagonist in the game. So I'm sure there are things that if you didn't play 2 or didn't play 4, I don't know about 6. I'm sure there are things you might not be privy to or understand. Maybe if
it's been 13 years since Leon's been in a game minus remake, like an official game in the series. 6 was the last one.
6 is 13 years old.
Isn't that crazy?
That is kind of nuts to think about. I mean, we're going to have a few of those moments in a second when we switch to talking about the Pokemon Presents, since Pokemon is 30, and I started putting things in my life with Pokemon games into perspective. I'm like, oh no, I am old now. Yeah, I don't know. I will definitely talk about it. I don't know if we'll do a full spoiler cast when we finish the game or not, but we'll definitely have our full thoughts once we finish the game. So yeah, I don't know. I didn't think I was gonna play Resident Evil Requiem. I'm not mad that I am. I'm also mad that I am. So that's where I'm at. I'm sure you're gonna love it, Dom, when you get to it. Like, I feel like it's your type of game. So definitely one to play when the kids are not in the room, I would say.
Yeah, and like, I bet to say this.
The stuff that she's watching on YouTube right now is fucking weird, anyways.
Right. Yeah. I've been like super last month talking about Leon, talking about Resident Evil, and like the kids have been watching some of the remake and everything. Like, like the not like the stuff, but like when I started playing this game, I was like, Logan, get out! You can't be in here. And he's like, he wants to watch. He's like, can you?
Oh,
I was
really?
like, maybe when. Yeah, I was like maybe when Leon comes on the screen and you're but like when I'm what's her name, Grace, I'm like, yeah, just get out of the room. Even the Leon stuff though, it's like pretty graphic. Like it's like straight up zombie, graphically violent zombie killing, to the extreme. And
there was when I got to my first, all right, maybe it's the second Leon section, and you're like fighting, like starting off fighting, it shows you how to parry, like there's a chainsaw guy coming after you. I died a few times in that section because I was streaming it privately. So like Jesse and a few other people were watching it, and they were like, it's so weird that you keep dying here, not because like you're bad at the game or whatever, but like the weirdest, like unfortunate things keep happening to you. Like I would kill the zombie that had the chainsaw. When they drop the chainsaw, you can't just run over and pick it up because like it'll spin around the ground and like it's like still going. And another zombie picked it up before I could get to it. I shot them wherever I shot them, because there's also like, I think it's worth noting, I don't know if you're playing this way. I didn't even think about playing this way because I'm conditioned Resident Evil wise to just always try to shoot them in the head because it's like the quickest way to kill them. But
I don't shoot head. I shoot legs.
I don't know if this has been a thing persistent in previous games or not. I don't remember if it is, or if it was in 7 or 8. I didn't play those games, and if it was before that, I just don't remember. But you can shoot other parts of their body that will do different things. Like Jesse was like, he's like, oh, I go for their knees a lot because like if you shoot them
That's
in
what
the
I do.
knee,
Yeah.
they
Then
go
you get the
down and then
melee
you can
attack
melee them.
follow up.
So it's like
Yeah.
I've started like changing how I interact with some of the zombies. But however I shot this one, they kind of like flew back, and there was another zombie next to them. And when they flew back, they like went like this with the chainsaw up in the air. The chainsaw got stuck in the back of the zombie next to them. So it was like going through their chest. And I killed that zombie.
They pull you?
They pulled me into them and fucking stabbed me and killed me. And I was like, what?
So good.
And then like I restarted whatever, it did it again. And then another crazy thing happened where like the chainsaw did something, kind of like, not that it's like not normal, but like probably a low % chance of not only like something like that happening once, but like another weird thing with the chainsaw happening again right after it. So it was like I had a couple of weird chainsaw deaths in a row because the chainsaw was like just happening to find itself in like funny predicaments. And it was very funny that it kept.
You know what I
doing
would have
that.
loved for the chainsaw when it drops and it's on the ground spinning? I wish it would like take off legs of people that walk, like the zombies
It
that walk
might.
near
I
it.
don't know if it
Like,
does or not, but
I was testing it out. I don't know if they got close enough or not, but I was
Yeah.
hoping that would be the case.
because I think you can take limbs off of them. Because if you like, I've definitely noticed zombies that come after me that like are already missing an arm or missing like their forearm.
Yeah, they have like
down.
no arm. They have like the
Yeah.
little noodles out of it.
And I do think that if you shoot, I feel like if you shoot them in the head enough times, like if you come back to that area, that specific zombie won't be there anymore because you like fully got rid of it. Because with that item that you can like stab in them and it like explodes them, like this like kind of one hit like stealth kill thing. If you notice, if you have those in your inventory, because I've noticed it, if you walk by a zombie that is like already incapacitated, it still gives you the option to do that. So I'm assuming that's like,
and I did it.
you need to like actually get rid of them, or they might come back and whatever, get up. I don't know. It seems like it's a pretty good like the bones of this game are pretty good. We'll see how the story plays out. And whatever, how the rest of the back of this game flows out. But yeah, I don't know. So something I am looking forward to being done with. That's what I'm looking forward to not playing Resident.
I'm just glad Resident Evil's in a much better place than it was with 5 and 6. It was in a weird place where like people were just kind of unhappy with the games.
Yeah, I mean, I
and,
think
and
the remakes I think did a lot, and then I think people like 7 and 8
absolutely.
a lot. So I think it's been on a pretty good. I won't be surprised if Requiem has like best first week sales of a Resident Evil game, if not like top
did you see that?
Resident Evil game.
See the
all
stream?
time.
It had the highest
like concurrent stream player.
streams.
Yeah,
it was like 320K. The most they ever did was like 168K, which is crazy.
No, people are
came out at a
about
good time too.
So, yeah. Cool. I mean, we should probably touch on the Pokemon Presents before we wrap things up. So
I don't even bother.
we don't have to run through the whole thing. I mean, obviously, a lot of this stuff is updates for all different types of things throughout the Pokemon sort of universe. So I'll just run through everything that they showed, and if there are things people want to break off and talk about, we can go from there. I will say, I do feel like the Pokemon Presents usually have, and this one had it too, like it has a lot of stuff that's like, I don't know, there are clearly people that care about like Pokemon Cafe, but like I feel like sometimes a lot of these sections of the Pokemon Presents maybe take up a lot more space than certain things should. And I feel like this one was like I feel like it flowed pretty quickly. Like it got through all of the things, I think, in like a very concise way that I feel like even if you don't care about, half this stuff, I didn't feel like you were, getting barraged by stuff. It also, in Pokemon Presents of the past, I feel like, big reveals were things like Pokemon fucking sleep. And the big reveals this time were not things like that. They were a little bit more substantial. So I think that also helped too. But you get the Pokemon Red and Blue Game Music Collection Game Boy Jukebox, which released today. Like it sold out on the Pokemon Center website I know you can buy it at the Nintendo Store in New York right now. I don't know if it's supposed to also hit retail stores, but this is one of the more substantial things. So I do like. Does anyone have an interest in getting this? Like, is this a thing that like I think it's a cool novelty thing. I don't want to spend $60-$70 on it.
Just stop.
No.
I said, Todd, just stop.
Oh yeah.
He raised his hand.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I don't know. It's like I don't. This thing feels like a thing that was made 20 years ago. Like
yeah.
Basically
Like
all
some
the
might say
Pokemon
30
games.
years
It's
ago.
like all the Pokemon games.
No. Like the little like
The mini clips. It's
headphones
like,
with like the like one song. Like
Yes.
yeah.
It is a
like,
very weird
just
thing.
just such a weird concept.
Yeah.
Like,
It's I look at it, I mean, the fact that it has like branding underneath the Pokemon logo that says Game Music Collection and it's a Game Boy, it makes me think that Nintendo is absolutely making more cartridges for this for other things. It seems like the player is going to be like a thing that, you know, they do it with Mario, they do it with Zelda. And it's really annoying because if they do that, I'm probably going to buy more of this shit than I ever should. I probably shouldn't buy one, but if they do a Zelda one, it's also the Zelda 40th anniversary this year, so like if they do a fucking Zelda one, I am dumb. I'm dumb.
Is there a red version and a blue version?
No, I think it is just all the box, one side of it is the red cover and the other side is the blue cover. Like it's a cool collector's item. That's all it is. Like it's if this is your thing.
Remember hit clips? Remember hit clips?
Hit clips.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's hit clips with new paint.
I've seen so many people say that today too. Like it's everyone's.
That's what I was trying to remember the name.
Yeah.
Clips.
I think there might have been another one. Did Mike say mini clips too? I think there might.
Yeah,
have been another one.
I couldn't remember if I don't remember if mini clips was like the technology and hit clips was the brand
maybe.
or how it worked.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's something I may end up buying at some point and put it on the shelf, and it is what it is for me. That I don't know. I don't think it's supposed to be a bigger thing than it's. If you really want this weird collector's item,
honestly, I think this is going to be a money grab from Nintendo, and I think this is going to be. They're going to use this for way more than just Pokemon. I think they're going to have these little discs for fucking like music discs for fucking other games. They'll probably have some Zelda
like
ones.
What other games? Mario, Zelda. Zelda's got a 40th anniversary coming out.
Yeah, are we caught in a loop right now?
Oh wait, I must have went.
Yes,
yes,
Brenden said exactly that already.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean,
so
money grab, sure. I mean, it's a collector's item. Like a collector's item is a money grab. Like that's just is what they are. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a weird novelty product that is just. It's meant to stare at people like me, Mike, and Dom who grew up on Pokemon. It's like, hey, do you want this little $70 nostalgia thing you can put on the shelf? It's either $60 or $70. I don't remember how much.
I feel like that's all Nintendo's been doing recently. Hey, buy this power that talks. That's fucking like $50. Buy fucking this. Buy this.
Yeah, I don't
it's
know.
all this little shit.
I mean, Pokemon's a massive thing, so like them having expensive merchandise is not a new thing. Like they have all types of merchandise. Again, I it's a really fucking dumb thing that is probably going to end up on my shelf. Pokemon XP in 2026 Pokemon World Championships. Mike, do we need to go to San Francisco in August? Like, is that something we got to do?
I don't know. I always think back to the time it was in Boston and we went. And
I had a good time. I wish that happened later in our life because I feel like we would have, I think, appreciated it differently. But I still appreciate it at the time. It felt cool to have something like that happen here.
Yeah.
I don't think they'd ever do it in Boston again. It seems like they love doing it on the West Coast. I think the last, I want to.
I mean, to be fair, there was that big threat that happened to ours, so maybe they're just kind of gun shy.
To the Pokemon Worlds here?
Yeah.
I don't know if I remember that.
Remember that?
I don't know. But I think the bigger thing with this was in conjunction with Worlds. They're going to do Pokemon XP, which is like a family and fan event that is going to kind of coincide. So having more sort of things to do, and it looks cool. Maybe I'll see if I feel like going to San Francisco in August. I don't know. They teased 30th anniversary Pokemon TCG stuff. No shock there. This is one of the points of the Direct where I fucking aged even older. When they showed the anniversary stuff for Pokemon Go and said 10th anniversary of Pokemon Go, that fucking
That's crazy.
punched me in the throat that Pokemon Go is 10 years old. Oh, man. It also, I don't know. I've been off Pokemon Go for a while now, so this might be my reason to dive back in this weekend.
Yeah, my coworkers play it all the time.
Yeah, I go back and forth. Like, I'll go through waves of like playing it for a while, like every day, and then I'll fall off of it for a while as well. But it's a good excuse to go. Like, there's so much shit in Salem. I'm sure it's like that in a lot of places now, where it's like there's just a lot of stuff around. So I can just go walk downtown and do a lot in that game. I can even.
I heard
do
one of
stuff
my
around
favorite
house.
Pokestops got closed though.
Is it the one on Epstein Island?
We're not talking about that right now.
Stuff getting added to Pokemon Masters X. None of us play that, so sure. Stuff getting added to Pokemon Cafe Remix. Sure. New mission.
What is Cafe Remix?
I think Cafe Remix is like a match game, like a match 3. I have played it before. I'm pretty sure it's a match game. New missions begin tonight in Pokemon Sleep. I did like that when they, stuff like, available now, available today. I liked that the Pokemon Sleep thing was available tonight. I just thought that was very funny to word it that way. Which obviously it's sleeping, but the 3 legendary birds getting added to Pokemon Unite. 30 days of gift missions and packs to open and hourglasses and TCG Pocket. Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness coming to Nintendo Classics in March. I remember not liking this game, so I
remember playing it at all.
I don't remember liking it. I think I'm in the minority. I think people do really like this game. I remember not liking it at all. So I might dabble with that at some point on my Switch when it hits the.
I'll give it a try.
Fire Red, Leaf Green, available today, but they were already out. They came out like last week, didn't they? Or a few days ago?
Yeah, I thought they were already
up for
out.
Pre-order, I think. I think they were just up for pre-order.
Oh, okay.
I think that's how it got leaked, is that they went up for pre-order too early.
I gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. People are mad that they're $20 individual downloads instead of being on NSO. I'm not surprised that they're charging people for it. I'm not saying it's the right, I'm not saying cool, go spend money. I'm not surprised that they are charging money for these games. I really wish that they just put out a physical for $40 because I would have probably bought that immediately. I'm still probably going to buy Fire Red this weekend.
Or just do a collection.
I would fucking eat that up if they did that. Pokemon Champions, they showed more of that with the Switch release in April and a mobile release later this year. I think Champions looks cool. I mean, they're clearly trying to move, it seems like, all competitive play just like to one hub that moves across platforms, which I think is probably just smart for them.
I do think it's cool that you can bring any of your Pokemon to Champions.
Yes, I whatever
bring
can
them
go
to
into
home, and they can go to Champion. Yeah.
They are going to add, that was one of the other things they showed with Fire Red and Leaf Green, is that they're going to...
We'll be able to go to home.
At some point, be able to go to home, which is cool. So that's a thing there. There was some additional stuff, Mega Garchomp Z coming to Legends ZA Mega Dimension DLC.
Did they say anything about that? They just said that Mega Garchomp Z has been discovered, right?
Yeah,
they didn't say is it gonna be?
I think it's it said like a pocket dimension you can find that you can go and fight Mega. I don't know if there's other stuff or just going to fight a Mega Garchomp Z. A little bit of a deeper dive on Pokemon Pokopia. I think this game looks fucking cool. I'm gonna play it next week, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm surprised Todd. I know Todd's known Pokemon hater. I know he stepped away too, but it does seem like a game that
It's
Todd might
Animal
actually
Crossing.
like. It has a lot of Animal Crossing vibes to it. It kind of looks like it gives me like Minecraft vibes as well. I think
I don't need another Animal Crossing. I just need Animal.
They're not making it again.
Yeah,
Well
they
done.
canceled it forever. I don't know. Pokopia looks good. I like that. It seems like there's a lot more creative elements to it than I thought there was initially. Like it seems like you can really kind of customize and like build things, which for some reason I just didn't think that's what had the game had that much like customization to it. So I'm looking forward to it.
It seems like there's a pretty decent amount of Pokemon that you can interact with.
It looks fun. Like it looks like it's gonna, I hope some of the sort of like puzzle elements to figuring out how to get habitats created and like get Pokemon there I hope there's some interesting ones or like ones you have to really think about, because that would actually be a thing that would like keep me very interested in that game for a little bit of a longer period. But I wish, because that comes out in March and then Tomodachi Life comes out in April, I wish those games were a little bit more spaced out, because I feel like Pokemon Pokopia is going to exist for the month of March for me, and then once April hits, I'm going to just move that part of my gaming routine to Tomodachi Life. So I don't know, we'll see. But the big deal that we're here for, the real meat of this Pokemon Presents, was of course the reveal of Gen 10, which is now officially, it was leaked, but officially titled Pokemon Winds and Pokemon Waves. How are we feeling about this reveal? We'll leave the starters for the end. How are we feeling about this overall reveal of the game?
It looks pretty.
Yeah, it looks pretty. I'm curious if the environment and everything. I didn't play Scarlet and Violet, but it looks more like the Legends games than it did Scarlet and Violet to me. So I do hope that the environment feels more like that.
Yeah, so on a surface level, just from what we saw in this, little tease here, it looks like it is a game that is built further upon Scarvi and Legends. Like it feels like it is way more fleshed out. The world seems like it has a lot more going on in it. It looks real fucking good. Like it's also switched to exclusive, which I think, right? Yeah, I think it's switched to exclusive. So like,
yeah, I think it said Switch too.
It's not going to be held back by having to also perform on the Switch. So I think it looks like it's a pretty big swing in like the next stage of like, let's give like a bigger open world, a bigger like thing with a lot of stuff running around and existing. It looks really good. Like I was gonna buy it and play it anyway. Like I play Pokemon games. I like Pokemon games. The game would have to look really shitty for me to like not want to play it, I think. But this initial reveal already, my expectations of what I was expecting this to be, this is exceeding it, at least in this first tease. Like it looks like it is gonna be a pretty substantial upgrade from where Pokemon has been recently. So, and I think it has been getting better with, like, I like Scarvi a lot, even with its setbacks. I really like both Legends games. So, this looks like it is just a lot more of what those games have already started to do for the series. So I'm looking forward to it. Like the environments look vast and like detailed. The
underwater,
the underwater section I'm like,
incredible.
What are we putting on fucking scuba gear? What's going on down here? Like it looked like you're gonna be underwater for a portion of the game. How do we feel about the starter reveals? How do we feel about what is it? Fucking Gex. Right? It was like Pom. What's the dog is? Pom Pom. I don't know.
Pombon.
Gekwa.
Grout.
And Brout. Brout is the little leaf bird. Pombon is the fire dog, and Gekwa is the water gecko Pokemon. Anybody have thoughts on these leaning in a direction already, or no?
What are the chances we're getting another bipedal firefighting third evolution for the fire starter?
Oh, you think the dog is gonna go biped firefight?
They always do.
Do they always?
I think it happens enough that like, shit, it's gonna happen again, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean it's possible, I guess. Or I could just see it
Oh,
being a
there's enough-
giant fucking dog.
Yeah, there's enough like giant fire dogs in Pokemon lore already. I feel like, although there are enough, so why not make it bipedal?
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah. Firefighting though would I think be kind of annoying if they just keep going that route. I don't know, like
Firefighting would be annoying.
yeah, I don't. I feel like if I look at the history of what starters I pick, I'm heavy fire leaning. Like I pick fire a lot. But out of this mix here, I think I'm between
Gotta go with the
Gekwa
Pomeranian.
and Brout. Like I don't know. Brout is. I think this decision is going to be like very dependent on what their final evolutions look like. I think that's where I'm going to draw the line, because if the dog has a fucking cool form, that might sway me. But right now, just based off of these three designs, I think Brout has a slight edge over a Gekwa, but it's also a gecko, and I don't know. I feel like I could just name him Gex and call it a day, and we'll be good to go.
Of course.
What if he just evolves into Gex?
I mean,
His
I'm
third
on board.
form is just
Start using
a
all the
gecko with
quotes.
a
and
suit.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't trust
I drink the water at Jerry Garcia.
His moves are just Gex. Quotes.
Someone needs to make a fucking mod of that now. That
Oh
needs to
shit!
happen.
Wasn't which one was the one where the evolution was basically James Bond?
Inteleon. That was
Yeah.
Sobble. Sobble, I think. I don't remember.
I mean, that's pretty Gex-like when you think about it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's true.
That is true. So they probably can't do that again. I don't
Yeah.
think they didn't say where this is supposed to be based off of, right?
I was gonna ask. I don't know.
So
I don't think
tropical
they
island.
said, but I think that the leaks that confirmed that it was Wind and Waves did say.
Okay. I did see
Um,
a few people picking stuff apart that made it seem like it could be the Philippines, just based on like certain context clues that they've pulled out of the trailer. So that is maybe an option. I didn't the Giga Leak. I didn't.
Indonesia and Southeast Asia.
Okay, so then yeah, it could be that. I don't know. I like the design of these starters though. I think they're cool looking.
I feel like every time I see Pokemon stars and negative as usual, they all just look the same every fucking gen I see. They're like the 3 starters. I'm like, okay, it looks like the last 3 starters you put out.
The last 3 stars were a grass cat.
Pig.
No, a pig. No, that's a pig.
I
Is
don't know.
like
I'm just guessing.
like 6
Pigs a
games
few
ago.
generations
Yeah.
back.
Oh well, the pig was.
They're always-
well. The pig was Legends, so Todd is not off actually. I think that's what Todd is thinking of.
Let's go. Let's
Right?
go.
Was Tepig one of the options in Legends ZA? I think
Maybe.
it was.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm leaning Brout right now. I'm just looking at him, just looking at these 3 motherfuckers right now. It's probably Brout. Brout's probably my guy. We'll see. This is like my redo at. I thought Rowlet was cool, but like there's no way I was picking anybody over Litten. Like it's not even an option. So.
Litten, Rowlet.
And Poplio, I think, was that?
Yeah.
Oh, the seal, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, a fire cat that looked angry. That's actually one of the few times where the third evolution didn't sway me because I don't like Incineroar at all. Bipedal fucking fire fighting.
he's a
Actually, I think it was
fucking-
Fire Dark, but
He's
a
a
wrestler.
wrestler.
But
Yeah,
he was a
wrestler.
luchador. He was like, yeah,
Yeah.
we're not. He's not firefighting, but he is a wrestler.
Yeah, I don't care too much for Incineroar. I like Litten so much, and I just didn't care for Incineroar. Where on the other hand, I did pick Sprigatito in Scarvi, and I like Sprigatito. I actually like all 3 of Sprigatito's evolution.
Yeah,
Like
Meowscarada. Meowscarada.
yeah, Meowscarada. Yeah, is fucking great.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
And one of the few middle evolutions that I think also is kind of cool. Like I feel like most of the middle
For
evolution,
Arigato,
most of the middle evolution starters I think are whatever.
Wartortle's one of my favorite Pokemon.
Wartortle is actually kind of
Yeah, it's
cool
not
for
bad.
a middle evolution.
Yeah. Like Charmeleon, like I love like Charmander's my fucking OG starter. Charmeleon's just
He's just the middle.
Yeah, he's just the middle.
He
of
like
those
literally
two.
is just the middle. Yeah.
Like Charmeleon is if you were to like if Charmander was an Animorph but wasn't morphing into a human. Like it is just the middle image of that thing.
Of that little those 5 images.
Like
together.
there's like nothing else really
I feel like
defining about Charmeleon.
is like the same thing.
Oh,
Ivysaur is like just the middle
Yeah.
of Bulbasaur and Venusaur. Like
exactly.
it's just the
he's
middle.
like a little bit bigger, and the bulb on the top is like starting to sprout.
Because
Starting to
Wartortle
sprout.
gets like little wings on his head, right?
Yeah,
and
Wartortle
Blastoise doesn't have that shit. So
and
it's
he gets
just
an
like,
attitude.
Yeah, he does get an attitude. Well, I mean, I don't know. Squirtle Squad, Squirtle with sunglasses kind of has an attitude.
Yeah, but they're wearing sunglasses. They had to bring in an accessory.
That's fair. That's fair.
Imagine the Squirtle Squad all evolved into Wartortles.
Well, you can't.
Doesn't work.
Yeah, you can't have glasses and
Wartortle
wings.
Squad doesn't work. Mike.
Yeah, it doesn't work, Mike. Come on.
Yeah,
Get it together.
You gotta make it.
You
You
guys
gotta
make
make a new
a new
make a
name.
new name.
Yeah, I don't know. My hopes are high for now. I think this looks great. I think this could have really been. I think it could have very easily got revealed and been something that looked underwhelming. I don't think this looked underwhelming. I think this looks like it is beefy and has potential. I'm sure we'll get.
It just said next year, right?
It's a 2027, yeah. So I'm sure we'll get something further in the year with a deeper dive on stuff. I feel like they
usually just do
reveal.
I feel like they
final
usually give
forms.
us a few Pokemon here and there.
Yeah, they'll definitely do like, here's some new whatever, or if they're gonna do like region specific to like, like variants of old Pokemon, they'll probably show us some of those things.
Oh yeah, we didn't get the region yet, so that'll be a release.
Yeah,
Like,
so
that'll
they'll have some stuff sprinkled through to kind of get people hyped up for this game. The key art image of the 2 like trainer options, it looks like they have. I don't know if they showed this in the trailer or not. They may have. I haven't rewatched. I only watched the one time. But it looks like they have like hoverboards that they're holding. So like they have some sort of like board thing that must be a mode of transportation. Like it looks like a skateboard that doesn't have wheels, so it must be a hoverboard. So maybe you have like hoverboards in this game or surfboards because it's a lot of ocean. It looks like. Snap decision off the bat. If you're getting winds or waves or no.
I don't know. I was gonna say. I was gonna make those boards don't work on
Don't
water.
work on water.
Sure.
I was thinking about it too.
I was waiting for Mike to do it. That's why I didn't like jump right in.
I thought about it and I was like, you know what? No one cares. No one cares for me to make the same joke.
Well, maybe that's the difference. Maybe the boards and winds you can fly, and maybe the boards and waves you can surf. Maybe they don't both do both. There's definitely a reason why these games
There's gotta
are
be
winds
some
and
difference,
waves.
yeah.
I don't know why they're called that.
What
It would be weird. It would be weird if they like only let you catch water Pokemon in one game and only let you catch flying Pokemon in the other. But...
That would be insane. They have if waves took place underwater, that would actually be kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
You guys like grew up with this, so obviously it's like a huge. I'm like, what is like the audience for Pokemon now as far as kids go? Because like, I always ask Liam and Logan if like any of their friends are on, and they're like no one talks about it. So I'm like, and is there any TV show that's on now that like kids can watch?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, they
not like ones. I mean, like
no, they have a current one. I think it's called Pokemon Generations. I don't know what the new show is called. New Horizons, I think it's called, or Horizon. It might just be called Pokemon Horizon. No, they always have
I don't know who
like
the
a new
protagonist
anime,
is.
and they have I don't know where all of the stuff is. I think it's kind of spread out across a bunch of platforms. Like I think Netflix has some of the shows. But I think a lot of it is also now, especially the older stuff, you can just watch it on YouTube. Like there's definitely a healthy, like young audience for this game. I can absolutely see there being plenty of pockets that like, you don't have an attachment to Pokemon, so like they wouldn't get it from you, and if they're, the kids in their class aren't playing it, like, yeah, it might be whatever. But it's also like a game that, there's a lot of reading and stuff in it, so it's not like super young. I think there's definitely like an age barrier at some point that like you want to play a game that has, a lot of, not like, I don't think it's difficult reading, but it definitely has like, you have to understand like menus and type matchups and stuff. It's been around for 30 years, and they have kid shows, games that get played by people our age, card games that get played by every age group. Like, they have plenty of merchant. Like, it's definitely a very widespread audience, I think. And I do think that, actually, I don't know. I was going to say there's definitely a nostalgia and growing up with it that probably sticks around a little bit, but like, Mike isn't fucking playing Pokemon games. When was the last Pokemon game you played, Mike? Like, played? Even if you didn't finish it, but like played a significant chunk of it.
Mike might be the only one that played Black or White. Did you play Black or White, Brenden?
I played Black, and I got through most of Y.
Okay.
Did you have Sword?
I didn't have Sword. The last one I bought was Moon.
Okay. Oh yeah, you bought Moon. Okay.
But you didn't play it.
I didn't play it. I think I picked Litten. That was the one that had Litten as a starter, right?
Yeah, Sun and Moon was Litten, I think.
I remember picking Litten, and I think I was under the impression that I needed to attempt to get like the appropriate what's the thing?
You had to pick a team. He doesn't like picking teams.
What was the thing? Like not aspect. There was like a, I don't know, not an IV specifically, but like there was some sort of thing that you wanted to get.
HM?
No.
I actually don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about either. I just assumed that you were like locked behind an HM or something.
No. Like when you get a Pokemon, there's like a some sort of quality.
Nature.
Yes, there it is.
So you
I think it was a nature
your game to get a right nature.
No, I picked it, and then I was like, do I want to reset it to get like the right nature for this? And then I put the game away.
That is insane. You also don't need to do that.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, you don't need to do that stuff unless you're trying to play competitive Pokemon.
Yeah. It didn't really matter. I truly don't think it mattered one way or the other. I think I would have found any excuse to not actually play the game.
Yeah, that's wild. So the nostalgia thing, I think, is like not a home run. Like I think Mike enjoys Pokemon, and Mike has probably favorite Pokemon and like attachment to Pokemon, but Mike ain't fucking playing Pokemon, that's for sure.
Mike, you probably like the Legends games, honestly.
I do think I would like that. Like when the Legends games came out, I was like, oh, this is cool. This is what I wanted Pokemon to be like.
You just run around and throw Pokeballs at Pokemon.
Yeah. But I never got around to buying the game. That was the problem.
Yeah.
Well, there's always time. But
next year.
I feel like Pokemon wasn't a slam dunk for me or Dom always ever too, because I
fade in and out.
Yeah, I fade in and out. Like I played Red, Silver, Sapphire, and then I dipped out for whatever the fucking Turtwig is, Diamond and Pearl. I didn't play Diamond and Pearl, and I didn't play Black and White 1 or 2, and then I came back. It was I think a lot of people, like series fans, say X and Y is one of the worst games in worst generations. I have a high attachment to XY because that's what brought me back to Pokemon. Like X and Y is like what got me back into Pokemon, and I haven't missed a game since then. And it's also like where they introduced, and this might be hand in hand why I like Sylveon, because it was also the new Eevee for that game, and they introduced Fairy type. So it was just like, I don't know, I like that generation a lot, even though I think most people think it's bad. But I haven't missed a generation since then. So I'm back. I'm back, baby.
Back.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably get waves. Unless they tell us differences with the games that matter more. Waves is, I think, calling my name.
Waves is what I was leaning, anyways.
Yeah, it is. I think this is the first time too that like it's not colors. Is that right?
X and Y.
No.
Is it
Oh
color?
yeah,
X and Y, Sword and Shield.
I don't know. Okay, never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, that's not what I was gonna say. What I was gonna say was I think it's the first time that they're both the same letter. I think that's what I was trying to in my head say. Like they're both
Okay.
Pokemon W.
And it's the first time they named it after a Kanye song. Kind of weird.
That's crazy.
What a bum. I was gonna say one thing. I always bitch about like graphics with fucking Pokemon, and obviously I think this one looks really good graphically. I just am very curious if they're gonna do work on anything besides the graphics.
I mean, you
'Cause
have.
I feel like
but you played Sword and Shield.
I played Sword and Shield and I played Arceus.
Yeah. So Arceus is very different. Sword and Shield was very different, but also like it was definitely them sort of trying to figure out how to get to where they are now currently. And the jump from Sword and Shield to Scarlet and Violet is very drastic, I would say, personally.
See, like it's so weird because everyone like every time there's a new generation, I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, I just feel like I'm looking at the exact same fucking game. I don't think I'm looking at anything different.
Yeah,
a battle mechanic changes or like, but I don't feel like it's ever becoming something like bigger.
Sword and Shield feels, in my memory, it feels like still a very, like more of a traditional setting of a Pokemon game where it feels like zones, like getting rid of the Wild Zone, which was its own thing in the game. Like, it still felt like you were kind of like in a spot and like you would exit through one or the other way and like be in another spot. Whereas like Scarlet Violet is actually pretty open and like more of a traditional open world game. Which is also like, again, Sword and Shield had the Wild Zone, which was like just these areas have this type of thing going on, and it's like an in and out situation. Whereas, all of Scarlet and Violet is essentially a Wild Zone, Wild Area, or whatever it was called. Same thing with Arceus. Arceus was like a little bit more kind of segmented, where like you were in a hub thing and like picked a part to go to. Whereas Legends ZA still has a little bit of that segmentation, but it's like still a persistent world where it's like you might have to go into a specific area to do a specific thing, but like you're not like at a loading screen, right? You don't load into the areas, right? I don't think so. Like you just walk into them, right?
I mean, it's not like a loading screen,
Yeah.
but I'm sure there is a loading.
Yeah,
like,
that's going on.
I'm sure it's an invisible loading screen. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like a little bit
because you
more
like
connected.
walk up and like it shows you like entering.
Yeah. So it's like
I'm
a little
sure
bit
there
more
is a loading
connected.
screen.
Yeah. But wild Pokemon also exist outside of those areas too, right? Or no? I can't fucking remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. All right. So it is different and it's an expansion. I mean, again, we won't know until we see more of the game. We won't know until we play the game, but this already looks like it is a lot more going on than what Scarlet and Violet was. Which I think if it has that and it runs well, I think it's gonna be a game people really like. I mean, the story in Pokemon is another aspect of that, but I do think that like a lot is riding on this game performing well, like performance-wise. Like the game runs well, it looks great, and it, I think that was a lot of the early complaints about Scarlet and Violet was like, people had a lot of issues with how the game ran. I think it got patched at some point, and I think the Switch 2 version upgrade for it, or I don't even know if it has an official upgrade, but I think if you play it on Switch 2, it also runs a lot better. But yeah, I don't know. I think I still just stand by. Pokemon just might be a thing that is not for you, Todd. It just might not be what you want to play.
Yeah, no, and I know it's not for me, and it's not something. But I just like I watch everyone talk about it. I see all the the that comes out, And in my mind, I'm like, it's crazy that they haven't like they don't need to because it sells. So like, I don't fucking
Yeah, I
think
mean it
they don't
sells,
need
but
to
like
listen to
they
they
need
don't
to
need
get
to listen
people
to
like
people like
you.
me.
Yeah, but they do need
Yeah.
to get. Mike's camera's doing it now.
Oh.
Just
But like, I just want to see that. I want to see like Pokemon become. You know how like some games get stagnant. And I'm not saying Pokemon are stagnant, but like, and then all of a sudden they rejuvenate them. Like all of a sudden they do what they were doing, but they like add a new mechanic and make it like so much bigger and better. Like I feel like
Yeah,
Pokemon's always
Legends
like
ZA.
baby steps. Yeah, I feel like it's like baby steps though, and like it's
I
not
mean,
ever like this, for
I
such
feel
a
like it's
huge IP
I feel
and
like it's
everything.
weird sometimes for you to have these type of specific like complaints and arguments when you're not actually playing the games, so you can't actually see what is different yourself. Like you're just going off of how the game looks on the surface, maybe, or like what other people are saying on the internet.
No, I mean
Because
I'm
I do
going
think
off
that
of
there's
like
like substantial changes and like evolutions of the series, even just in the Switch era. I do feel like that, like from Sword and Shield to Legends ZA now, I feel like these are like vast jumps in what these games were doing. I don't know. I mean, Dom can also speak to it because Dom's played a lot of
I
this
just
stuff.
the other thing is like they've taken the series in a million other directions too,
Yeah.
like Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Pinball, like it, they've done a million different things with it too. So I don't the main franchise I think is just going to continue to be like a collect monsters, fight monsters kind of.
Yeah. I think
I don't know. I think like you said, like performance and like graphics, I think is probably and story. I think those are the only things that they're going to change.
yeah, and I think the other thing that might be something that maybe Todd's not realizing is that like you look at something like Zelda, good example of
that's what I mean when I say like Breath of the like they reinvent
yeah,
themselves
but
every
like
time and like
that's like become the argument for everything post Breath of the Wild. Is like when's this series gonna have its Breath of the Wild moment and like be this fast thing, whatever. The reason I brought up Zelda is less of the actual game of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, and more of Zelda has the freedom of, and to a very smaller extent Mario does too, but Zelda specifically has the freedom of a lot of games in that series. They like capture the same essence and like soul of Zelda, but they all have like pretty drastic stylistic changes. Like not gameplay, not world, like it's just like Link
I think you
looks
just summed
different.
up
Their outfits are
Pokemon for me
different. Yeah,
in a weird way.
like Pokemon.
I think no,
Pokemon's like
you're gonna hate this comment I'm about to say, but I feel like Pokemon has no. I feel like
I
it's
don't
just
know what
like
you
this
said. You cut out.
man. I feel like Pokemon has no soul. I feel like it's this.
That is
It's this
crazy.
manufactured. It's this manufactured thing that they pump out year after year after year,
but they
and
don't
like
pump
with
it out
minor
every year.
tweaks. I mean, like it's in a game almost every year, every other year.
Yeah, but they're not mainline games.
Yeah.
And I do think that it is important.
That's why I
to
expect
note.
more from the
but
mainline games.
But that I think that's also an important thing to note with this game is that it's the 40th anniversary of Pokemon, and they probably could have pushed this game out this year, and instead, seemingly, they're allowing them to like do what they need to do to make it the best.
30th.
What did I say? 40th.
40th.
Oh. But the point I was trying to make is that like Zelda has the freedom that they like things can also feel drastically different and fresh with those games because you go from things like 2D top-down games to Wind Waker to Ocarina of Time to Twilight Princess, which is like darker, edgier, Skyward Sword, which is a little bit lighter and brighter, Breath of the Wild and Tears, which have like a more like I don't know, I always call it like a painting. Like it feels like you're playing in a painting. Where Pokemon is kind of more, and they can change it, they just don't, but they're locked, like they have a very specific art style. And I feel like I would position it more to, and maybe I'm off base because I don't watch like current Dragon Ball, but like Dragon Ball has a very specific art style, Mike, because it's Akira Toriyama's art. And they don't really stray from that design ethos, right? Is that accurate? Like even in like
I think that's fair to say.
yeah. So I feel like it's very similar with Pokemon. They have a very specific design ethos, especially with like things in the world with character proportions and faces and like those design. Like I feel like all those things kind of persist in a very specific way. So that there's not like big, aside from going from like, hey, 2D pixel to 3D game, like there's not a lot of vast stylistic changes between generations, I would say. Like, I think that might like kind of in the background work against someone like you who doesn't have an attachment to Pokemon. You're like, I want something else. This just looks like the same game. Because like, yeah, they have different outfits and maybe have little tweaks here and there, but they all have a very similar. They look like if you see a Dragon Ball character, like it's a Dragon Ball character because they all have like very specific defining art style choices with hair and eyes and all that stuff. And I feel like Pokemon is a very similar structure to how these things are kind of put into place. I don't know. You have your Cyberpunks. You have your, I don't know, whatever fucking game you keep playing. I don't know why I can't think of another one right now, but you have those. Yeah. You don't need Pokemon.
Come on.
Cool. I think that's all we got on this. Anything else anyone wants to say about Pokemon?
Nah.
I would love for you to like a Pokemon game someday, Todd, but it's also totally fine if you never do.
If this new one comes out, when it comes out, and obviously, the graphics look good, but I don't think my gripe with Pokemon is necessarily the graphics. It's more like no voice acting. I think the story is very boring, and at least the Pokemon games I played, very basic. It seems like there's little thought behind the story of like when I played Sword and Shield. Like, I mean, I don't know if you guys think that was like a good story game or whatever, but yeah, I mean, little things like
I
that.
didn't play that
Like,
generation.
Yeah, I think this.
I bet like yeah.
I think there are some Pokemon games that have good stories and some that don't. When I did the spoiler cast for Dragon Quest VII with Lucas and Cam, I think it was Lucas that had said something about Dragon Quest where it was like Dragon Quest is kind of like a vibes thing, and like if you don't like the vibe of what those games are, you're probably not going to like a lot of the games in the series. And I feel like that's kind of a similar thing with Pokemon. Like Pokemon's trying to do a specific thing, and it's like if you don't really care about like getting attached to like little creatures, you probably like you might just not. It just might not be a thing that you gel with. And I think like Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, which I played earlier and reviewed this year, I really liked. Fantastic time. Story's okay. Challenges fine. It's not like a hard game. Some of the puzzles are a little straightforward. I still really like the game. It's just kind of like you just either like existing in that world where it's like you have these cool designed monsters that are designed by Akira Toriyama's art, and you have these, you're just on this little adventure, and it's like I like being there. And I'm also playing Dragon Quest XI now, which is a very different animal and has a different story that I think that game is a little bit more revered for its story, where I don't think every Dragon Quest game is like maybe has a good story. So I feel like they're kind of similar in that way, where it's like if the vibe of the game isn't like what your jam is, it just might never do the thing that you want it to do. Maybe. I don't fucking know. I'm not a doctor. All right, let's play the game and wrap things up before we talk too much longer. Before we wrap things up on episode 512, thank you all so much for listening to this week's episode 512 of the Pass Controller Podcast. If you're a friend of the show, fan of the show, want to support the show, tons of ways to do that. Easiest way, freest way, leave us a 5-star review wherever you listen to the show. Go to our website at passthecontroller.io. You can find everything we do over there, whether it's written content, drink recipes, video content, links to the podcast, links to social media. All that stuff can be found over there. So just check out our website and go from there. As a reminder, we do record the show live most weeks at passthecontroller at twitch.tv/passthecontroller. If you want to catch it live, if you want to watch it but can't catch it live, you want to see my camera. It really just fucking froze as I was about to say, if you want to see my camera freeze. You can, I'm just leaving it at this point. You can just go to youtube.com and type in Pass the Control Podcast. Will pop up over there. If you, I don't know, that's it. I guess that's it for end the show housekeeping. We end each show every week with a game. We keep track of the scoreboard for the year. Right now, Todd is in first place still with 14. Dom is in second with 10. Mike is in third with 3 points, plus 3 bonus Dragon Quest points, whatever that means. I think me and you did a spoiler-free Dragon Quest episode for when the review embargo lifted, because I did the spoiler cast with them that we couldn't put up right away because we spoiled the game. Cool. So we're going to play a fan favorite called Gaming the Meta. The way this works is I pick 3 games. The panel has to guess what they think the highest reviewed platform got on Metacritic. Whoever's closest gets a point. If anyone gets a bullseye, they get 2 big boy points. Game number 1, released on November 15th, 2019. This is Pokémon Sword. 94 critic reviews on the Nintendo Switch. Mike, what do you think Pokémon Sword has?
I want to say 80.
Okay. Mike's going to drop a hot 80. Todd, what do you think? Pokemon Sword, the one you played. Did you finish
leaning.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm actually surprised by that.
I ripped through it though.
Yeah.
I was the monkey dude who was like the leaf.
Grookey.
Yeah. I'm leaning towards 76 or 78. I'm gonna go.
In my head, I did think it was a 70s, but I was like, "Am I right about that? Was it
I'll go with
70 number?
76. Let's do 76.
76.
Or it could be lower. I don't even know.
Dom, what do you think? Pokemon
So
Sword.
the entire time I was thinking 78, so I'm just gonna stay 78.
That's where I was too when I
was gonna one up Mike, but
No, I do think it was actually in the 70s.
probably like 82 watts.
What did you actually say, Dom? I'm sorry, I missed it.
78.
Oh, 78. Okay, sorry. Before I reveal the score, Jen just texted me a screenshot of a message from her sister, and it's relevant to Mike.
Pokemon?
So I'm going to say it. Her daughter tonight, while watching Star Wars Out of Nowhere, do you know Michael? And she thought she was talking about someone else. And she goes, no, Michael from Salem. He knows so much about Star Wars. It's so cool.
Have we talked? I'm going to plug that back. Have I spoken about Star Wars to her? Is that
listen, I don't know what people fill her head with and think that,
Mike, big Star Wars guy.
Yeah. Big Star Wars
guy.
Bigger than me.
I think what happens is sometimes with like nerd things, her sister will say like, oh, you can ask Mike and Brenden when you see them next time.
That makes sense.
You might have, maybe you wore a Star Wars shirt.
I mean, that's also possible.
That's also true, but would she have recognized it as a Star Wars shirt unless it said Star Wars on it?
It might have said Star Wars.
That's true. It might have said Star Wars on
it. And her sister was like, I don't understand, why does she call him Michael? But you prefer to be called Michael, so she's just being
prefer, but no one told her that. That's the other thing that doesn't make any sense.
Very funny to me. Anyways, somebody got a fucking bullseye, and Mike said, I'm coming for that number 1 spot. Mike pulling in a bullseye, getting 2 big boy pants.
Yeah. Nice.
I said big boy pants, so you get big boy pants, Mike. I don't know.
Maybe it was the one that like ran really poorly. That was like a 76, or it was like really low.
I think that would go worse.
Yeah, it definitely did worse.
All right, well then, this isn't where I was gonna go, but November 18th, 2022. Pokemon Scarlet. 125 critic reviews for the Nintendo Switch. Todd, what do you think? Pokemon Scarlet.
That's the one I was just talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are people going below 70? I mean, I know there's all this fucking Nintendo armor for fucking a
Ooh,
Pokemon game.
Nintendo
You
armor.
know. I don't know. I'm actually unsure on this.
He was feeling real confident before.
I know. I'll go. I'm gonna shoot myself in the foot for this. I'll say 68.
Okay, 68.
I don't think a Nintendo game is going to be below a 68. I mean, below a Pokemon game is going to be below 70 though.
Dumb. Pokemon
I'm gonna say
Scarlet.
67.
Okay.
Boop.
Michael. Pokemon Scarlet.
I think this one was
66.
reviewed poorly, but I'm going to say 75. I think that's still pretty low for a Pokemon game,
Okay.
for a mainline Pokemon game.
The bullseyes?
No bullseyes. But Mike said, give me them points. 72.
Damn, man. Damn, homie.
I do want to see something actually.
Reviewed
though.
lower than that at the beginning.
I
I
think
remember
it
it
did
coming out
review
with like
lowly.
a 66, like very
Yeah.
Right.
early on.
I think it probably evened itself out at some point, but
Maybe after the patch.
it did. Yeah, but I do remember.
I probably should have asked when the more recent reviews were from.
Yeah, sure.
We are gonna. Okay. All right. We're gonna just keep this theme going. Released in November 19th, 2021 on the Nintendo Switch. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. This is the remake port of Diamond and Pearl.
Was that like the top-down one? Like,
Dom, what do you think?
I don't know. Remake of a Game Boy game, Game Boy Color game.
Diamond and
Game Boy
Pearl
Color?
DS, I think.
You guys
I think
played this?
Ruby Sapphire was the last advance, and I think Diamond and
Yeah,
Pearl was
you're right.
was
You're right.
DS.
Yep. I don't know. 92.
Okay, 92. Oh my god, this fucking camera. Mike, what do you think?
Diamond remake. 92 is a solid guess. Do I think it's going to be any higher than that? I'll say 90. 94.
Okay. Tell what
this
you
game
think.
that good?
Tell what you think.
I have no idea.
Brilliant Diamond.
What year is it?
2021. This is a remake
Okay.
of the DS.
No, I'm just gonna go with what my original first guess was gonna be. I'll say a 78.
Okay. Really weird strategy, Todd. When you had 92, 94,
I have no idea.
that you could have just played it safe and went.
I think that's way
90.
too high, though. I don't think any Pokemon. I'm pretty
Yeah,
into
but
games that are that high on
like-
the review score.
So the
And I don't think
low
that-
end of theirs is 92. You went 78. So if it is like anything in between that closer to 92, you fucked yourself.
I don't even think about that
for no
stuff.
reason.
I don't
Yeah,
even-
that was bad
yeah,
strategy.
well-
Bad strategy.
Yeah, I don't have a
Luckily
strategy.
for you, it didn't matter because this is a 73.
Bullseye? Oh, come on.
So Todd is gonna scoop up a point there. But you know what?
Got one more, baby.
We have 3 more. It's a double down night. We're going to do
Oh.
the other version of these 3 games. So we're going to rotate it back to Sword and Shield. So, Mike, what do you think Pokemon Shield got?
Wait, do these games review different? Like between Sword and Shield? Like,
They have sometimes
weird.
different
Yeah.
scores.
So I will say that was the one I said 84.
Yes.
So I will go 79.
Okay. Mike's gonna lock in a 79. Todd, what do you think?
We already did this game, right? This is the first
We
one
did
we
the
did?
other
This
version
game.
of this game, yes.
The other version? Okay. I am going to go with a 78.
Okay. Dom, what do you think?
I'm just gonna go back to 80 since that was the bullseye last time.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Well,
No.
somebody made a good decision here, and it was Dom. Locking in a bullseye, it was an 80. On to Pokemon Scarlet. Right? Did we do...
We did Scarlet, right?
We did Scarlet. You're great. I wrote it down on my sheet so I would make sure to do the other version, and I wrote the wrong one. Pokemon Violet. Todd, what do you think Pokemon Violet had?
Sorry. Pokemon Violet. What year is that?
2022.
Oh, there you go. Eternal temp high. Allow it to cool.
But it wouldn't be... So maybe the battery is going now, but the camera doesn't even feel hot. I don't know what's going on here. All right, well. Oh. You gonna give me a score, Todd?
Oh, 76. I'm going to go 76, 78 every time.
76. Dom, what do you think?
What was the answer for Scarlet?
The Scarlet was a 72.
I'm gonna go 72.
Okay.
I mean, that's what we should be doing.
Yeah. The answer is actually 72. I said something close to it last time. I said 75.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's say 73.
Okay. Well, my camera sucks. It is not 72. But Dom is still the closest. It is a 71. So Dom picking up extra points there.
Lots of stinkers for Pokemon, huh? Reviews to be no surprise, but you know.
And then Shining Pearl.
Fuck is Shining Pearl?
The other
This is the one that
of...
got a 78 Brilliant Diamond. Was that right?
Brilliant Diamond got a 73. Todd was closest with a 78.
Okay, I'll just go 73.
It makes the most sense.
All right.
Strategy is working so far.
Michael?
I'll do 74.
Okay.
I'm sticking with Dom's strategy. I'm going 73.
Okay. I'm glad somebody did that because you were just letting Dom eat all these points up, just gobbling them up. So the double bullseye is not
null and
a
void
thing. And we are now going to push to a final game.
Yeah, I couldn't give up doing that on the last. It was working. Gotta fucking do it.
I thought there would have been a little more mindfuckery there. I thought people would have got tripped up because the first one was not the same and then the other two were. But alas, we are going to now finish with April 30th, 2021, new Pokemon Snap. Michael, new Pokemon
85.
Snap. Mike's going to lock in at 85. Todd?
78.
A 78. It's a big swing, Dom. What are you thinking?
I'm gonna go under.
Oh shit! I keep on forgetting. I keep on forgetting to listen to people. So, problem.
You said 75.
I'm going to go under and say 77.
77.
He said 78.
Okay. Well, the back holes of this could have been a clean sweep with Dom if he went the other direction. It was a 79. So Todd is the closest with 78. That means Mike is picking up 3 points today. Todd is picking up 2, and Dom is picking up 2. So, putting Mike still in third with a 6. Dom in second with 12, and Todd still in first with 16. So
I knew if I just played 78 more, I'd hit it.
Oh, wait, no, actually, I'm sorry. Dom also got 3 points because Dom got a bullseye. So Dom is at 13. So 6 for Mike, 13 for Dom, and 16 for Todd. That'll do it for this week's episode 512. 512. We appreciate you. We'll see you next time.